Oh man, what a freaking bummer. So the plan was to start with rack pulls like I've been doing for how long has it been? 3 or 4 weeks now. And it's been feeling really good. I feel like it's gonna be really good for my back gains. Um, but I forgot my belt, which sucks. Now I could go back there and do some, probably work up to like 405. But I don't know, man. I just don't want to risk it. I've had, out of my 14 years of training, the one, I won't say the one and only, the main little kind of lingering injury I've been dealing with, and it's been specifically the past couple years, has been my lower back. So, I could probably handle 4 or 5. Well, I know I could, just from the knees up for some good rack pull sets of probably like 12 to 15. But I just don't want to risk it. I know a belt won't prevent an injury, but it does help, it does help support your core, your back, and it just, I don't know, keeps your posture better, your form better, which leads to, less risk of injury. So it kind of sucks, but I'm just gonna start. I'm gonna skip the rack pulls today. Next, I'm gonna have to be a bit better about remembering my fucking belt because it does kind of suck. Because ironically, I woke up today and my back actually feels pretty good. It's literally it's a day to day thing. Like one day I'll wake up, and I guess if I sleep wrong or something, it's bothering me a little bit, and the next day I might wake up and I feel great. And of course today it feels pretty freaking good, and I forgot my belt. So yeah, rack pulls just not gonna happen today. So again, freaking sucks, man. It actually kind of bothers me quite a bit because I was starting to get in that routine of coming in here on Sunday and expecting some rack pulls, working up to 500 pounds, getting a good set of 9, 10, whatever. Um, yeah, today that's not gonna happen. So that was the last warm up. We're gonna start with the 60s like always. Do some side lateral raises, probably 4 sets. Now that I'm not doing the rack pulls today, it's kind of throwing some things off. I don't know what I want to do next. If I want to just do another shoulder exercise, get quite a bit of shoulder work in today. Don't know. I don't know. I got to think about, tomorrow I'm doing chest. So although on a bench press, you want to isolate your chest as much as you can, there still is some shoulder involvement. So it's like, do I really want to completely thrash my shoulders? Yeah, kind of. I do want to. I kind of do. I'll think about it. Let's just do these 4 sets, and hopefully by then I have my answer of what I want to do next. Don't quite know. Holy shit. How do I explain that felt good, but also really tough at the same time? I don't think there is any explaining that. That's just how it felt. Whew. That was 16 reps, though. I mean, I will, albeit, I'll admit, the last, honestly, probably half of that set, my form, there was some swinging in there. But the main thing is, like at the very top, I'm trying to squeeze my shoulders. Like that's what I'm thinking and I'm doing. Just squeezing my shoulders as hard as I can for that, half second they're up there. And so, I feel it in my shoulders. But the one thing I don't like is my grip always, like my forearms always get a substantial pump from this. And I guess it's just because, you got to think about it. You're holding 60 pounds out here like this for 16 reps. That's going to take a little toll on your grip as well. So honestly, today, I might do 3 sets with the 60s. And the fourth one, rather than do a drop set or something like I would after the fourth one, if I did 4 straight sets of 60s, I'll do 3. And the fourth one maybe go down to 45, 50 pounds. Do set a little bit lighter. Theoretically, get better form. I'm not going to promise anything, but that's going to be the plan. So, yeah, we'll do 2 more with this weight. Then go a little lighter after that. I think it'll be better for me today. Just with what I'm feeling already after 1 set. Oh, now could I have done 1 or 2 more? Probably, but with that I've sacrificed my form a little too much. Yeah, that's why I think, what did I do, 14 there or something? Yeah, I think, so I did 16 on the first one, 14 on that one. Yeah, at a certain point, like I don't have a problem with body English cheating a little bit to get an extra 2, 3 reps even. But after a while, there's kind of a line drawn in the sand where it's just not worth it. 14 was good there. On the next one, I'll probably only get 12 or 13. I wouldn't be surprised. And that's with cheating on a couple. So, standing in lateral raises, that's a hard one not to cheat. The temptation, especially when you go really heavy, you're almost swinging just naturally doing the movement. So it's like, control it the best you can. But it's not, as long as you're feeling it in your shoulders, you're doing it right. You know what I mean? I know it's kind of simplistic, but anyways, I'll do 1 more, and then I'll take probably a little bit shorter rest. So instead of 2 to 3 minutes, I'll rest like a minute only, and I'll go lighter and do 1 more. Oh man. You know it's a good set when you can barely put the dumbbells back. Okay, we'll rest like a minute, maybe it's just a hair longer, and we'll do probably grab the 50s and do the back down set. Oh, oh, that was a good fucking set. I didn't even count. I just went until, well, you seen, until I pretty much couldn't go anymore. You know, shoulders is a tricky one for me. You know, for someone else, it might be legs. Another person, it might be chest. But shoulders, I feel like a lot of people have the same problem. It's that mind muscle connection is kind of hard to get sometimes on my shoulders exercises. And much as I hate to say it, I think going lighter a lot of the times is kind of the answer to unlocking that connection. I just hate saying that because anytime anytime I say, go lighter, not everybody, but I feel like a lot of people kind of they kind of jump at that, and instead of going, say, taking just, say you're bench pressing and you're struggling to get even 7 reps, instead of just taking, say, 30 or 40 pounds off, so that way you're kind of closer to 10 or a little more. You know, a lot of people would just jump down 70 plus pounds, let's just say, or whatever, and then they have the opposite problem. They're going, instead of going too heavy and not having that good connection, they're going too light. Um, it's a fine line, and the more you train, the more you kind of find it. Um, but you definitely don't want to go too light. You don't want to go too heavy. I feel like it's kind of obvious. I'm saying obvious shit here, but it's like I said, it's a fine line to find. And again, different rep ranges work for different people. You look at Dorian Yates. He a lot of times did heavy sets of 6, 7, 8. And you look at someone else like a Lee Priest. I've watched a lot of his videos where he talked about his training, and he said a lot of times he would do sets of 30, 40 reps, completely different than what Dorian did, and they both had great physiques. So it's like, I mean, the main thing is finding what works for you, but um, specifically on a body part, let's say like I'm talking about right now, that you just have trouble with for whatever reason, getting that good connection and burn. You just don't feel it where you like you should or where you want to. Go a little bit lighter, a little slower, and then as you're flexing the weight up, make sure you're squeezing that said body part as hard as you can. Um, and most 9 times out of 10, that's going to solve your problems. I got to kind of remind myself of that on here. Like I can do lateral raises with the 60s. You know, the first set I did 16 reps. That's a lot, but I don't know if I'm quite feeling it like I should. I mean, I definitely felt it. It's kind of hard to explain. I definitely felt it, but I'm just saying maybe 50s is a better option just for shoulders. I can go a little slower and actually feel a little better. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's something I'm gonna think about for sure going forward. Anyways, um, no surprise, I still haven't figured out what I want to do next. So, I'm gonna try to figure that out. All right, pretty much the same thing here, honestly. I just, I will say, I think again, this probably goes back to me going just a tad bit too heavy on shoulder flies with the dumbbells. But I do feel a little bit better on this. I'm not gonna go heavy at all. Just want to get a good burn, good reps, build some good quality muscle. Probably just like 3 sets. I might throw in. I'll say it's more than likely I'll throw in a drop set on this one, and that'll probably be it for shoulders. Just 7 good sets with a drop set. So, yeah, that was good. That was really good. All right. It's crazy how on that drop set, that weight pretty much felt like nothing on the first rep. And then very quickly, it felt like a lot. But again, that's the whole point of a drop set. All right. I'll probably do some back next. Yeah. I would full stack this lat pull down. But considering, I mean, again, that's if I started with it. So considering I did 4 sets of dumbbell raises, 3 of the cable with the drop set, I mean, it's pretty obvious. I don't have to say it. I feel like I don't have to. But I'm going to say it anyways. There's some general fatigue here already. So I'm not going to go a lot lighter. You know, you guys might not even be able to see. But I'm 2 notches up from full stack. So it's not, it's not that much lighter. But it is lighter. Um, and I will adjust accordingly based off how this first set goes. If I need to go heavier, I will. Need to go lighter, I will. That rep range, I'm honestly wanting to be like 12 to 15 good reps here. That rep range. So we'll see how many I get. And I do have the close grip. I've been liking the way that feels lately. And I seen the immortal Jeff Nippard talk about if you want a wider back, it's actually better to use a closer grip. Not that any grip is really wrong, just the closer grip might be just a little. Let's just say it's 1% better. Well, 1% can be all the difference you need, So, all right, let's see what I can do. Holy shit! I honestly don't think I could have picked a perfect weight, a more perfect weight. I was 15, but the 14th and 15th was pretty freaking tough. So we're gonna stay right where it is. It's a good set when you involuntarily make fart noises out of your mouth. I don't know if you guys heard that, but I did. That's when you know you're working hard, right? All right, we'll do 2 more, and I probably will throw in a drop set because this is the only, at least for today, this is gonna be the only back specific exercise I'm gonna do. Didn't get to do rack pulls, so we'll do 3 sets with the drop set. Probably one more thing after that. Don't know yet. No surprise, right? Whew. I'm trying to go a little quicker with my rest periods here. I was thinking, oh, it's 12 to 15 reps. I can afford to do that. And I still got 13, yes. But the next set, I feel like if I did that, I'd be down around 10, which I guess is fine. I got a drop set. So you know what? Fuck it. scratch everything I just said. I'm going to speed up the rest period. Again, I was going to say I'm not going to do it this time, but with the drop set, I think it'll be all right. Fuck. Fuck. That was good. That was really good. Whew, my lats are feeling, in all seriousness, they're feeling fucking amazing. All right. Those 3 sets with the drop set. That's all I need for lats. Sometimes on Sunday, I can get a little carried away with my back volume, how much I do. Because I got to remember, tomorrow's chest, and then Tuesday, right back to back and biceps. So, I don't want to do so much that, I don't know, it's another fine line. I don't want to go so much that my back is so sore by Tuesday, which I've done that a couple of times already. But also, I don't want to do too little that it's not even worth it, But I guess if I go with that same mindset of if I only do 3 sets like I just did right now, as long as there's enough intensity, it's gonna work. Just like my bicep and tricep volume. So yeah, dude, they are destroyed. Let's move on. Probably do some rear delt stuff, and then that might be it. I'm thinking so. All right, pretty much the same thing here as on lat pull downs. Normally, if I do this a little sooner, I would do 200, sometimes even 210 pounds on this. But considering I've done quite a bit already, I have it on 190, which honestly, now that I sit here and think about it, that still might be too heavy. But like always, we'll try a set, kind of go from there. All right, you know what? Kind of surprised myself. Let's just go up with each set. If I can, I'm just gonna add 5 pounds. I'll do it again. And if it's still too easy, I'll go up another 5. And actually, that'll probably be it. Only 3 sets here. Yeah, I think so. I was gonna say I'll do 4, but I'll just do 3, and probably throw in a drop set. Oh wow! I actually was not expecting 5 pounds to make that big of a difference, but it did. So I think I'm gonna stay right there. Do it again. Do the drop set. That's it. Okay, I think that's it. I'll be honest. I am gonna hit a little bit of chest, but nothing crazy. I'm not even gonna record it. Probably just 3 quick sets, but then we'll pose. We'll check out what hopefully is a juicy pump. Actually, scratch that. I don't know if I like the way that sounded after I said it. Hopefully, it's a good pump. Let's just leave it at that. All right. What do you think? Whew, I gotta say, you know, I am getting pretty soft. Like, I mean, yeah, I'm fairly lean, fairly ripped. Um, I mean, especially considering like I'm 4 months straight now of eating whatever I want and however much I want. Been bulking and all that. So considering all that, I mean, I look pretty good, right? But I'm starting to get to that point where my abs are getting harder to see, which is kind of the goal, right? When you're bulking, you're trying to get as big as you can, but I don't want to get sloppy. I want it to be the right kind of big. You know what I mean? I don't want to put on weight just for the sake of putting on weight. I want it to be good muscle. I mean, obviously, when you're bulking, you're going to put on a little water, a little fat, but I don't want it to be so disproportionate that I'm just getting fat. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not there, but I am noticing my midsection is just not as tight. So the cut might start after this week. I'm gonna do this week, let it play out like I've been doing for the past 4 months. At the most, I'm gonna do 2 more weeks of bulking. So if not at the end of this week, at the end of next week, then I'll start cutting. Bam, right into it. But at the soonest, it could be right after this week. So this time next week, or I guess tomorrow, Monday, next Monday, I could be day 1 of the cut. We will see. pretty exciting because I am definitely the biggest I've ever been, the fullest. So it's gonna be pretty cool to see what I look like, trimmed down and ripped, completely ripped, not just semi-ripped like I am right now. Um, but yeah, let's check out the pump. I'm ready. You see, it's this stuff right here. Look at that. I mean, that's fat. Not a lot, but it's definitely, making my waist look a lot wider than what it would if all that was gone. You know what I mean? And I just said a lot on my mic. You see that right there? That's what I'm talking about. That is fat. Now, it's not a lot, but it's definitely enough to make my waist look a lot wider than what it should. I mean, look at that. That was all gone. My V taper would be so much better. Now, like I said, it's not a lot, but from the bulk, that's what I'm talking about. And I can still see my abs, but it's getting close. It's getting close to being too much. All right, let's check it out. All right, not much in terms of the amount of posing, but like I said, I'm getting kind of soft, so it's like how many poses do I really want to hit looking like this? I guess I shouldn't think like that, but yeah, I mean, you guys know what I mean. It's just I'm starting to get to that point where it's all right. I'm tired of bulking. I want to get kind of shredded again. That's kind of where I'm getting. So it's probably right around the corner. Like I said, if not a week, a couple weeks at most, and then we are going to start cutting and trimming down. Pretty excited. But until then, I'm going to keep going as hard as I can with the bulk, eating whatever. Not whatever, but you guys know what I mean. It's just a lot more leniency with what I eat right now, but a lot more too. So, all right, man. We're fucking done. Be back here tomorrow for chest.